Hello there, and though the weather outside is frightful, the NUFC Fans Forum is so delightful, and I'm joined by Simon and Ross, barely repressing their smiles at how funny that was. Now, we're going to kick off and get straight into it, because let's assume I wasn't at the game, which I wasn't.
Right.
Would you mind talking me through precisely what poo show, because I'm not going to swear on this one, of a refereeing performance it was? Was it the worst we've had?
Let's also assume that I wasn't at the game because of bullshittery at the solicitors. So let's listen to Simon.
All right, Simon, talk through it.
I don't actually think it was the worst. It was pretty bad. The handball was, for their goal, was insane.
Oh, wow, I've
How
seen
we
that.
missed that. I've no idea.
He basically tries to chest the ball down, but does that?
Well, I have seen the highlights, but I was going to pretend for the purposes of interaction that I hadn't.
The real issues were with the linesman, actually, on the near side at the Milburn. He was no help whatsoever. Like, he was looking to the referee for his cues, which I've noticed in this league quite a bit. Like, instead of the referee being the one taking notes from them, they're like, what do I do? And it was just pretty dire. Obviously, people say it's difficult to be a referee at St James's Park because people get in your back, and it was pretty tough for him. But he made a load of mistakes really early on, and then it just looked like he was having one of those, I'm the referee, I'll do as I want.
I'm the referee.
Yeah, like Weasley. It wasn't very good. Yeah, I don't think it was the worst.
Did it nearly cost us?
We nearly cost us by being rubbish. Like, this refereeing performance will gloss over the fact that Cardiff probably should have got a draw because we scored 2 goals and other than that did absolutely nothing. Like, sort of went to sleep. Defensively, we tried to play the ball too much around at the back and then invited so much pressure that had they scored 3 goals, it would have been our own fault and the referee wouldn't have been to blame. Admittedly, the one they did score shouldn't have been a goal because of the referee, but they could have scored more than that.
I did bring this up after the who was it? Who did we play week before? 1-2-1. Too many games.
Preston.
Took the foot off and it nearly cost. Was it the same thing again? Is this worrying? Is this a pattern emerging?
I think the system that we'll play at times, I don't know why, because we don't play it all the time, of John Joe Shelby dropping to get the ball between the centre halves and then looking to just pass it short across the back. We must pass the ball like more than anybody in this league without actually doing that much. It's quite patient, and that's not a problem. Excuse me. Usually, because you have someone like Matt Ritchie who can break their team down and get around them. But if you don't have him and you have Ayoze Perez playing the number 10, which we called perfectly last time, he doesn't work there at all. He might as well have been a passenger in that game, well, because he was.
Didn't even know he was playing.
You end up just passing the ball and letting them go in banks of 4, but they weren't even doing banks of 4. At one point, they had a flat back 6, and then a couple of people running around like Ricky Lambert waddling towards our centre half. So we had a lot of the ball in areas that were just pointless, and I think they got too complacent at that. And when Lambert went off and Shamak came on, Cardiff realised that they could run.
When Ricky Lambert went off and Marouane Chamakh came on,
Aye.
They've also got Junior Hoyle, haven't they?
They have, aye. He played quite well.
Do you remember when Pardew had a fetish for him as well?
Sorry, Marouane Chamakh and Ricky Lambert play for Cardiff. I've completely missed all this.
Neither of them played.
Isn't Warnock the manager?
Yes.
That's not at all suspicious then, is it?
No, not at all.
He won't be getting part of those appearance fees at all, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Jeez, I
You
didn't
can't be
even know.
throwing accusations like that
I
about.
said he wouldn't be, Ross.
No, exactly. Allegedly.
What are you accusing him of?
I'm looking between the lines here.
We'll call the lawyers.
I can see what you're saying.
So we started inviting pressure, and they got a bit more confident, and they had a lot more chances than we did, and it just wasn't a very good game at all.
But we won, ultimately.
We did. You've got to win ugly to win leagues. That's what people say, and that's 2 in a row that we've done.
Should we be looking at this more of performances are starting to drop? We could be about we're in a bad period, or should we be looking at it from the point of view of
you're not allowed to say things like that?
We're playing.
Rafa, we trust.
We're playing badly, and we're still winning. Should that not be?
That's the hallmark of champions.
It is.
I sense an undertone of what you've just said there.
I'm
Simon.
sick of people telling us.
Is there an axe to grind by any chance?
Because Rafa's in charge, you can't say anything bad about the team. I can, and I will.
You do frequently.
You're hard, you.
I'm a Newcastle fan. I didn't choose to be a Newcastle fan, so I could just sit and go, well, I have no opinion of this whatsoever.
What is your opinion?
it's that we played the wrong system on Saturday. Had we played somebody other than Iosi Perez, we might have had more of the ball and we might have actually put some of the bloody chances we had in the goal. It's fine in this league to have 25 chances and score 2 goals because you still win. You have 25 chances and miss them all in the Premier League, we'll get relegated. It's just ridiculous.
True.
That's half the reason we went down, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Nice little chances.
The Premier League's a long way away, though, at the moment.
And I fully admit that it's stupid complaining about winning, but it isn't, because you look at the system you play and you look at the you can see seeds of what's going to go wrong if it goes wrong. And I'm sure he's working on it and I'm sure he's changing it, but they're all repeated patterns.
Would it be fair to say that it's not necessarily complaining you're doing, it's worrying?
Yes, I would say so.
You're expressing future
And
concerns.
I'm not enjoying the football for about 70 or 80% of the games, but it's effective. Like, this is a terrible, terrible league.
I'd rather just win.
Yeah.
Bollocks to play nice football. Just win the games. It's nice being at the top of the league,
That's
isn't it?
good, yeah.
But, though, the elephant in the room, I read that Paul Dummett had a fantastic game.
He did actually have a good game. Yeah, I wouldn't say fantastic because none of them had fantastic games, but he played well. Like, I at several points gave him one clap.
Who was his direct opponent? Was it Hoylett?
It wasn't Hoylett, it was on the other side and had fun. Yedlin was pretty much trapped by the fact that Hoylett was there because I kept shouting at him to bomb on and he didn't pay any attention to us. I know, it's ridiculous.
God, that's
ridiculous.
What's he doing?
Christine Atsu had a Luar game.
Here we go again with this.
Nobody did, because he scored his goal and he took it really well. Admittedly, the keeper should have saved it probably because it went straight through him. But there was a period in the second half of 20 minutes when he couldn't pass to his own team. Like, he just kept giving the ball away. And I don't know why, but in usual circumstances, that would be when the crowd got on the players' back. Like, had it been Dummett, I would have been trying to get on the pitch to get him. But they didn't really. It was just like sort of, oh, well.
I saw that Christian Atsu was tearing Cardiff a new bumhole.
He was for a lot of the game, but for that 20-minute period, when they were at their best, he was bad. But anyway, he and Yedlin didn't really link up very well for a lot of the game, and they got murdered.
Atsu was on the right.
She swapped sides.
Oh, right.
Because he was playing so badly on the right. He played well on the right to start with, and then second half he faded really badly and switched. Like, Gouffran got taken off, even though he was good, to bring on who came on the second half? I can't remember, but it should have been Atsu that got taken off, and they took Gouffran off because he can only play 70-minute games now, and obviously he got a stand ovation because why not?
Do you not deserve it, Simon?
No, but
how dare they?
Should be
stop enjoying your football.
No, he scored a goal, so it's all right. But I just stand ovation should be for people who score 10 goals.
You just hate stand-up. That's your problem.
No, I don't.
Oh, this again. Oh, will it ever end?
Comfy seat.
Aye.
Oh, I must apologise to the kid who I bumped into in the lift in the corporate, who I spoke to, and he was like, "Oh, NUFC fans," and I was like, "Yeah." And then as we got out, he went to shake my hand. I didn't see, and I went, "Oh," and he didn't see, and I just walked away like a prat. Maybe it was like
You mean you're big time in folk now?
Do you want to just do that down the camera and apologise?
No.
Go on then. Oh, well, we're on.
I'm very sorry.
Well, for all the concerns and problems, we now get in, have another international break because it's not been 2 weeks since the last one.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch England versus Moldova, whoever they've got.
Scotland?
He's Scottish?
That was the guy.
Oh, right.
Thanks, guys.
He's Scottish.
What do you want them to work on while they're away? Because how many of us are... We're not going to be losing many players to the international break, are we? Richie, Hanley, Clark, Yedlin?
Has Vern been called up?
Big Vern. I think he has, because
No.
Well, Darryl was back
in the
yesterday.
last
He scored, didn't he?
that's
Yesterday.
right,
So not many of them.
He's pony, so
There might be a few Africans away.
Anita should
Do they play at the same time?
I don't know.
No, they're in January.
I know the African Cup of Nations January.
Play
but
other games.
They might have a couple of warm-ups.
So we might lose that too.
Yeah, maybe.
That's it, really. Does
Diarmé
Diarmé get in?
Senegal.
Does he?
Sure he does.
We should. This is the kind of thing a professional podcast would have researched.
But we're not.
Let's just assume they're all going. Every single one of them.
Deserve to be, in my book.
And after what you've said there, the number one thing they should be working on is Perez, number 10. How does that work?
Exactly. I just
working
don't
on
think
it or
does.
working on an alternative?
I would put him I think the problem is that Diarmi just hasn't
clicked at
lit
all as he in
anything
that
up.
position.
But then I don't think he's number 10, as we said right at the start of the season. I don't think he's number 10. I think he's a centre midfielder. So,
But in a 3, crucially.
and yeah, Benitez is obviously very resistant to play 2 up top because he never does.
Well, the little cock tease has said he's going to put Mitro
coming.
and Gale up front at some point.
Yeah, but will he? I don't think he will. When has he ever played 2 up top?
It's the championship. Do what he wants, don't
He's
you?
just saying like, just stop with people like me complaining.
It's working
Because
so
everything's
well.
about me.
Because Rafa watches this,
I
doesn't
know
he?
he does. Gets tips.
Of course he does. It's quality.
I would quite like to play Gale there one game, see what happens.
Number 10.
He's busy. He's going to pick up balls from Mitrovic, knocking them down.
Has he played there before?
No.
Why don't we
But
have some Crystal Palace
I
fans?
also Perez shouldn't play number 10. So
You want Gale on the last man. That's where he's best.
I know, but on Saturday,
Pulling lads left and right.
one of the points about Mitrovic was, who looks quite lean actually at the minute, and he's definitely picked up like 10 yards of pace somehow. So I don't
We
know
got
whether he's
relegated,
getting-
mate. That was what
No,
happened.
like I mean from the first couple of games of the season when he,
Maybe he wasn't fit when we started the season.
well, he was getting like 7 minutes here and there when he saw, I suppose.
I heard he was pretty
He was
good.
he was playing really deep
Dip in the
to pick up the
dip,
ball,
dip.
which was like, it's pointless because he can't then sprint on and get on the end of a ball. So he gets it, puts it out wide to somebody, and then there's nobody in the box. So if you're going to do that, you should play 2.
The latter day Shearer play.
Exactly.
Get it, roll it off, and hope a cross comes in a
Exactly.
couple of minutes.
And then on 60 minutes, he was absolutely haggard, like breathing out of his arse. Whenever he ran, he was chasing down the keeper and that, but then their line of defence would just step up, and he was 25 yards offside, and he'd just be like, oh.
I heard he was probably our man of the match, though.
It was really good, yeah. He was busy until he faded, which is when the team faded.
Would you buy another centre forward in January?
Nah.
I don't think so. I don't think we need it. A number 10 would just be nice.
But I mean, a centre forward who can, is adaptable.
No. Gale's quite adaptable.
Maybe in
Alan
the
Pardew
summer
would
we're
like-
going to track somebody better.
Well, speaking of Alan Pardew, gentlemen, apparently the tide is finally turning at Crystal Palace. Not that we care.
No,
But,
but we'll keep getting, like, Crystal Palace fans keep coming to her and saying, like, well, sorry, you were right, weren't you? Which is really nice.
No start for Sissoko in the Northland, which would have been awkward, to be fair.
Not suspended, isn't he?
I for that elbow.
For rubbishness.
That's a shame.
Yeah. That's why they were saying he should have been fresh in that game, because he was suspended.
I did see the tweet that Arsenal are really missing Musa Sissoko here when Spurs are on top, which I quite liked. It's nice to be right, isn't it?
We're
Ultimately.
always right eventually.
It was also pointed out on Twitter there are a number of absolutely screaming Southern fans and journalists who really don't like the fact that we're getting like nearly full attendances in the
know.
Championship.
Why are people getting concerned about it?
It's somehow
The
it's bad that we're
the
doing
atmosphere
that.
on Saturday was rubbish, by the way.
They don't know that.
Yeah. But I pointed this out on Twitter last night. Cardiff fans on a board, I saw a screenshot of it, were saying, oh, it's a terrible stadium, it's a library. Why would we get excited about beating Cardiff? Like, of course we should be.
Well, this is a thing that's been getting worse and worse as the season's gone on. I've found the atmosphere's just been dwindling and
It
dwindling.
has. If you don't sit in the corner,
The strawberry corner,
then
right?
it's quiet. Like I sit in corporate, so it's never loud in my bit. It's just me shouting at Paul Dummett. But like the rest of it's all,
Chucking your little quiche Lorraine at him.
yeah, you actually do get that now.
I know.
Up in the gods, there's a little bit of noise as well, but I just don't think it's not an environment to be dead excited and like.
To be honest, we've not had
The Norwich game was
Yeah,
dead exciting
because it was an exciting match.
mint atmosphere.
the games we've had. It's
These
all
ones
just
are just
been
like,
we'll go through them. We'll get on top, go
And the
through the
weather was
motions, get a couple of goals, which is great,
Aye.
and then either the game fizzles out, nothing else happens, or the other team come back into it, which is never going to generate a great atmosphere. I don't think it's so much it's a bad atmosphere, just that the games
flat.
themselves don't
Yeah, it doesn't-
engender
doesn't
themselves to
inspire
a
it.
bouncing
yeah,
arena of sport.
and it was bloody freezing and it rained. Shocking! I was soaking, absolutely sopping.
What? In your box? Under the
All
roof?
of us.
A sopping
And
box,
no,
is
I'd
it, lads?
would park miles away and would walk and it started
no.
bloody
Oh,
raining as soon as I
God.
got out of the car. Maybe that's why I didn't enjoy the
Pudding.
game.
Lived through
I
that.
don't know. I've got a cold with sniffles because of it.
Let's get a Kickstarter going to get your scarf.
It should go for
A half and
I've
half
got quite
one.
a few actually. I've got a Norwich one for some reason. Got given it
Interesting.
by a Norwich fan in Romania.
What?
It's a story for another time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
or never, preferably.
Do you think any of Newcastle's teams should be in the
I
England
was just
squad?
about to ask that.
Were you?
I mean, Shelby's the only one who's ever going to get even linked with that at the
Big
moment.
Jamal.
Form of his life.
Yeah, Jamal probably.
Michael
Once he
Keane's
goes to
getting in
Chelsea.
from Sean Dyche's Burnley, isn't he? So
Adam Smith's going to get in from Bournemouth by the looks of it. Owing to that injury to Kyle Walker.
I mean, Yedlin or Verne can't get called up.
No, they can't.
It's a shame.
No. But Paul Dummett can.
Can he?
Well,
He plays for Wales, so he can't.
Oh.
He's
I've
already.
he's English.
He's literally already played for them.
Yeah.
Oh, right. He's
That's
joking.
not true.
He's joking. It's hard to tell when you're joking because it's not funny. It's usually an indicator.
What are you laughing at?
The funny bit.
I do not think that somebody will just pick Jack Colback just to annoy.
He was in when he
He was,
when he
yeah.
first joined,
picked up
and
a
he
knock.
got
Yeah, got
injured,
injured.
didn't he? God,
He's like a solid.
I was
He's an England fan as well.
I was there in Switzerland when he got injured. And I was like, what a shame it is. He'll be back. He'll be back. No, Ryan Mason takes his place. He's never seen again.
Yeah.
Ryan bloody Mason.
Does he even get in the Spurs?
He plays for Hull now.
Oh,
Simon.
that's right.
So
Well,
no.
he won't get in the
So
Spurs.
no, he
squad. Wasn't asking that.
I don't think we've... Jamal next season, maybe?
Why apparently he's moving
Linked
to
with
Chelsea,
Chelsea,
for
yeah.
18 million or
It depends
something.
for the rest of this season. If he does well, then
Lascelles
put him
in 2013, I think it was, in the summer of 2013 when he was still at Forest, got
No, he
invited.
trained with him,
Ah, he
yeah.
did.
Invited
I
to train with him,
remember
didn't he? So
seeing
he's
that.
in the system, isn't he? He's in their eye.
Well, he was under that
It'll be
particular
Carl
regime.
Darlow, who I was looking at under
To be fair,
third choice
they've
goalkeepers.
pulled...
Tom Heaton saves.
Oh,
last
yeah,
week.
Tom
The
Heaton's
bloody hell.
ridiculous.
They have pulled third choice goalkeepers out of the Championship in the past.
I know, yeah.
You'd have to fight his way past your Scott Carsons and Rob
Scott
Green.
Carson is
Scott Carson's still
105
alive.
years old.
So?
He played on for Derby on Saturday. He was at the early kickoff.
Anyway, that was Derby, innit?
Can we just speak about Darren Bent's goal, by the way? Have you
good.
seen it?
Yeah.
Can we speak about Steve Sidwell's?
Oh, what a day it was
I
for
didn't.
goals.
I literally thought he'd retired.
Steve
But he looks
Sidwell?
the same age as he always has.
It's Ginger's that's a hallmark.
I know, but you
You don't
get white hair.
You don't see the sun, so you just don't age.
No, don't get ashy.
You're getting quite ashy.
I know. I'm old.
And Ginger, that's the confusion.
If I wasn't a goalkeeper, I'd be past my professional career. I've got 10 years left, so that's fine. I'll be in England. England number 3. By the way, Paul Dummett almost scored a raker, and the goalkeeper pulled off a Tom Heaton style.
No,
one-handed
It
save.
wasn't a raker.
It
I've
was.
seen that
It was
highlight.
class.
It was close, eh?
I've not. What happens?
It would have been good.
No, he was like on the angle, like sort of the goal was where the camera is. and
It was
he's-
the way the setup was. I didn't really mean to say raker. That
didn't,
means from
'cause it
far
wasn't.
out.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. He was literally about 7 yards out.
Oh.
And he tried.
But it would have been a great goal. But
Nice move.
goalkeeper, like,
Put a hand up. And
strong hand.
Would you celebrate if Paul Dummett had scored a goal, or would you have been like, "Oh, for God's sake"?
No, I would. I would have celebrated her. And everybody would have been like, oh, you can't say anything ever again. I would have said, I can. That's how that would have went.
Right,
So
aye,
hard,
class. Right, we're back. We've got Leeds when we're back,
Yes.
and then
Dirty Leeds.
somebody else. Then the whole game.
Upwardly mobile Leeds, I think you
Aye,
mean.
yeah.
Bloody hell. Ronaldo Vieira? That's
Did
a
say
player
that.
they
What a
own.
name that is. His mum and dad, Ronaldo.
Now he
Patrick
scored a
Vieira.
raker.
He did, yeah.
That zipped off the turf and
Gary
goals
Monk
also
in it.
done.
We're on
That's the
it.
Gary Monk effect.
Well, he's nearly gone, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They nearly got rid of him a couple of weeks ago.
You look at the rest
There
of
they
their team though, and they've got absolutely nothing.
Wait, that chairman's a bloody nonce, isn't he? I don't use that word lightly. He is a nonce.
are. To be fair, you use that word all the time.
Yeah,
It's double meaning, isn't it? Adam Johnson one side and then idiot the other.
he's an absolute nightmare, is what he is.
I didn't know.
Up Morpeth way, nonce. If you're a nonce, you're an idiot.
Well,
Not just a pedophile.
and which context are we using it here? Just for the benefit of the legal
idiot
team.
side. He's
The
not,
idiot side.
I'm not saying he's a pedophile.
Excellent.
The
Could this be
category is not saying that.
what we 7 or 8 wins on the spin now?
8, huh?
8. Is Leeds going to be a team in form, away game, tough place to
think
go?
it's
Is
got
that going to be?
draw
It
written all
has,
over it?
I better not have. I'm still trying to go.
Christmas draw all the way.
What do you mean you're trying to
Although-
go? You could be doing an NUFC Fans live stream.
Oh, it's on telly.
It's on the telly.
Oh,
Famous festive Leeds game, 4-3. That happened at Christmas. That was very good. I like that.
it's too far better than Newcastle and Leeds
Dyer,
teams, though.
Solano.
Yeah. Was it Solana that scored the 4th?
Solano scored the one.
I was in a
Trickled it
pub,
in.
the Black Horse on Lowfell, just off Lowfell, and a guy was I was standing right next to the bar. A guy bought 3 bottles of brown ale, turned around, and looked at the screen as we were attacking. We scored, and he threw all 3 of them up in the air.
Hero.
I bought a pogo stick that day from
Did
Tesco
you?
Extra
To celebrate?
in Kingston Park.
Just imagine him,
I
little
remember
Ross.
the day. No, I remember the day. going home with my mum, with my pogo stick, and then on the radio, and Solano makes it 4-3.
And you on your pogo stick?
I was in the car at the time. It was in the box. I don't know why. 10-year-old me.
Pogo, if you love the tune.
9-year-old me. Christ.
That makes me feel even worse.
Well, lads,
That was
will we
in
be
a
getting
pub.
our pogo sticks out for the Leeds game? Or will
Pogo if you love the
Who is
tone.
out for the tune?
or will this be a...
I think I agree with Ross. I think it'll be a draw. Although we're not really draw
just think-
specialists, so we're...
Rafa's going to see how they've improved in recent times and just gone bang, bang, bang.
He's going to shoot them.
Jackie
Three
Colback.
lines.
Jackie
He's gonna
Colback.
shoot them.
3 lines, break us down Gary Monk if you can, and then he won't be able to, and it'll be a draw.
Interesting.
If they've got 2 big centre halves like Cardiff have, then we'll struggle.
Have Leeds got 2?
They've got Kyle Bartley.
Yes,
Oh, he's not big, is he?
He's massive.
he's a big lad.
I thought was he not on Arsenal?
Yes, and Swansea.
Was
That
he?
man.
Anyone at Arsenal's massive.
He is.
Well, that's why he's
That's
not
why
at
they let him
Arsenal.
go. I
Arsenal.
said, oh god.
Who's the other one? Have still got that bloody Italian? I don't know. This is another thing we should have researched.
I was looking at that team on Saturday and thinking, I don't know any of these players, and there's a load of them on loan. Like one from one of the Arabian teams, Al whatever.
That won't be in any way, suspicious.
No, exactly.
There you go.
With
again.
their owner.
Throwing bombs at our
I just find the loan system inherently corrupt.
He's not called Cellini, is he? What's he
Cellino.
called? Cellino is definitely one of those people you'd think has got Harry Redknapp in him. Like,
But he got,
Steady on.
Accusations.
he got found out, didn't he?
He did, and he's still got a bloody job.
Fit
Ow.
and proper person.
Bloody idiots.
Nonsense.
This league, eh?
Anyway, the reason I say that is because Cardiff had 2 absolute units. Sol Bamba is the biggest man I've ever
Sol
seen.
Bamba, Hibernian legend.
He used to play for Leeds, didn't he, Sol Bamba?
He did, He's a good player.
He's
He's Grant Hanley. He's
he
very
knows
limited.
exactly
He
what
knows
he's good at.
doing,
Yeah.
And he had Mitrovic in his pocket for the second half.
Ah, big
No,
coverage.
I'm going to
They were
do.
trying to wind him up quite a bit.
I'm going to get the Leeds squad up so we can have a little look who
See if
plays.
we know any of these players.
I know Rob Green's their keeper.
Bloody hell, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just like
They've got a Danish kid as well.
it's a scrap heap of goalkeepers.
Not
this
Schmeichel.
He used to play for Leeds, didn't he, before?
Yeah, he
Leicester?
did,
Where's,
Ka-
where's
Kasper Ankergren as well.
that's years ago.
They
That.
love Scandinavian keepers.
First, no,
It's
players.
a coach and stuff.
Current squad.
Rob Green,
Heard of him?
Luke Ayling,
Nope.
Yeovil Town legend.
Yes.
Uh,
Tsunami. No,
Dia-
Tumami.
Dia-
Go on, Ross. He's best. Gives you best.
Diaguaga,
Pretty good, to be fair.
Kyle Bartley,
Gunaga, that is.
Liam Cooper? No.
Chris Wood, good player.
Aye.
Suleiman Dukara.
Stuart Dallas,
Eunan O'Kane.
He was at
Matt
Burnley,
Grimes.
Bournemouth.
You know
He
O'Kane?
was in the Premier League last year.
I think he was at Spurs to start with. No, that was Harry.
Pontus Janssen, Pablo Hernandez from Swansea. That guy. That's who
Yeah.
they've got from
Al
Al
Arabi.
Arabi.
Oh, is that who it is? Charlie
He's a
Taylor's quite good. We've been
Ross
linked with Charlie
Turnbull?
Taylor before, actually.
Ross Turnbull won't be playing.
Kevin
And
Phillips.
there he is.
Liam Bridcut, Swirly legend. They hate him, don't they?
That
Some of them
absolutely
fans.
don't know.
His only
He's
good game.
terrible, isn't he?
was man of the
Against
match
us.
against us
Aye.
Why do they hate him then?
because he's crap.
That's statue worthy in those parts.
I know.
Here he is.
Ronaldo Vieira.
Nan.
Dear me.
He's actually
Let's
a
still
product
watch
of
out
the
for
Leeds
that, huh?
Academy.
Do you know?
Where the hell's that?
Guinea-Bissau? Bissau? I don't know. Let's find out.
It's
I'm going to fall into
Where is it? Go
It's
ahead.
an African
30
country.
bit bullocks. Where is it?
Is it?
It's one of the new ones.
No.
Capital city of Guinea.
I don't know.
You've clicked on the wrong bit. You have to click on Guinea-Bissau.
Alright, okay. Alright, you. Okay.
I'm a very learned man. I don't like that this is taking
What
so
language
much
do they speak then?
Portuguese.
Is he right?
He's right.
Well, you've gone off Ronaldo Vieira there. That's
I
just a
haven't.
Portuguese name.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
What's a French name?
No,
Ronaldo is.
Loads. There's
Brazilian?
loads more players.
Although
who
they
are
do speak
called
Portuguese.
Vieira, who are Portuguese.
Anyway,
Back on topic.
Name one. I need you to name one now.
Ronaldo Vieira
what are you trying to name?
Boom.
What are you trying
He's
to
not
name?
Portuguese, is he? He's Guinea-Bissawian.
speaks it.
What we're trying to name? What's the game?
A Portuguese player called Vieira. He's just laid down that claim. There's loads of them.
Vieira.
There's no, I've definitely had them on Football Manager. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
I don't follow
Is it too soon to be getting excited for Hull?
No.
Has anybody ever got excited for?
It's a League Cup it's quarter final, isn't it?
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
I hope the beam's back.
They've got to.
Should we put it on? Should we rent out and make a bit of ducats on the
Just-
side?
Aye, and then the
Send
Premier-
somebody with a
Premier League
periscope
will
down
kill
to the game and just beam it back.
Somebody will be doing that anyway.
I was watching that in the solicitors from the bottom of the
Was it?
Gallagher's. It was the worst
It's,
angle.
it's never somebody sitting in a good
Nah.
seat, is it?
Bottom of the Gallagher's, you couldn't see the far end. It was terrible. Bloody
I'm
free
excited
live
for it.
streams.
I'm more excited for it than the Leeds game.
True, man.
I like Leeds though. Like so.
Who's left in it? If realistically, if let's
Liverpool,
forget through.
because they're gonna win.
Okay.
We are
Oh,
going to win
can
the
you,
cup.
Southampton.
can you
beat Sunderland?
imagine?
Yes.
Can you imagine how mawkish it would
Man
be
United.
if it's us, Liverpool, in the final, and we've got Benitez?
That'll be the final
The
four. Would be
Benitez Klopp.
Liverpool, Man United,
I think
Be
Liverpool.
us,
Southampton,
man.
and us.
We're gonna win the
I think
cup.
if we played Liverpool at Anfield, not in the final, Liverpool would try and out Rafa Benitez, sing us.
They wouldn't. They'd
on the
just
last game of the
steamroll away.
season.
Do you see him yesterday? It was pretty
They were
terrifying.
quite good.
Chelsea,
They were
though,
pretty
they were the team of the weekend, weren't
They were really good, yeah.
they? Oof. So I've got to say about that.
Oof.
Stan Collymore at the start of the season said they need to get rid of Diego Costa and Eden
As
Hazard.
out of it, they're going to struggle.
What an idiot.
Almost like he just says these things
Yeah.
to.
Says
Yeah.
war,
Me.
war reporter Stan Collymore.
Yeah.
Journalist. Oh God, you should have been doing that when you were there.
I was too busy running away.
So what you're saying is
He
Stan
was
Stan
run away,
Collymore.
Stan at the front, shirt off, covered in somebody else's blood.
I almost got covered in someone else's blood.
I know, I did remember he said.
You're
Somebody with our ankle pissing. They'd been slashed in the ankle and they're just walking
Who
past us.
slashes ankles? Ooh, what's the matter with my voice?
Well, all aboard the hype train then, is we're probably going to be doing a live stream for Leeds. Toot toot in all that. Thanks. It's the Sunday, the early kickoff.
The 20th of November.
As ever, we'll be broadcasting live from What Culture HQ or NUFC Towers or whatever you want to call it.
If you want to send takeaways, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we're opening sponsorships for beers and baits and whatnot. You wouldn't even be driving for the first time. You'd be able to walk in.
Although I might not have moved in, I've just
I
started
was
doing
going to say, have you
DIY.
moved in?
I've ripped up all the laminate flooring on Saturday night. Oh, it's fantastic.
Just in a rage at the solicitors.
Aye.
If anyone wants to find the office address, feel free to send Ross a housewarming gift. Definitely
He
not.
likes floor.
Definitely not. He likes dead cats in boxes. Well, until then, I will probably be back for a fans forum between now and then. But thank you very much for joining us. I have been Adam, and I have been joined by Ross and Simon. How are the lads, etc., etc. See you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's always important.